Hi, Half Centenarians. We are at Hard Exercise Works. We are here to kind of talk about growing older gracefully while working out. This is important. We've talked about nutrition. We've talked about things that we need to do while we're preparing for the inevitable. But now we're going to go into the gym. Lanny Branham is here to kind of give us an idea of some things we could do at home, or you can do them at the gym. But we are going to get up off the couches and we're going to be working out today. I am so excited. We have people in there that's going to demo for us. I'm going to be working out. So we're going to do this. Like, this is going to be done. We are at the gym. Let's step in and get it started. Hi, Lanny.
Hey, Marla, how are you?
Thank you so much for allowing us to come in and work out, actually, and kind of get an idea of what Half Centenarians can do at home or at the gym, because sometimes they're getting in the gym and they don't really know what to do.
Yeah.
So it's important that we kind of do that, and I am so excited to work out with you guys today.
Awesome.
And so give us an idea of who you are, first of all, and then talk about your gym.
Thanks.
And then what do you have for us to do today?
All right, so my name is Lanny. We're here at Hard Exercise Works, and we're in Roswell, Georgia. Functional fitness gym, so we do everything with strength training, aerobic conditioning, body weight exercises, mobility, flexibility. So today what we're going to help Marla with, and all you guys at home, are just a bunch of different exercises you can do at home that don't require a whole lot of equipment and a whole lot of skill, quite frankly. So we're going to go over a bunch of different movements that you can do with household items or things that you can pick up at Dick's Sporting Goods or Play It Again Sports, for example, or some body weight movements. And then we're going to show you at the end, we're going to show you a workout that you can do as an example at home. Sound good?
Perfect. That sounds perfect. Felicia and I, we have someone that's going to come in and that's going to work out with me, and we're going to kind of walk through as Half Centenarians, showing you how easy this is. And I'm prefacing all of that by saying how easy this is. And we are going to work out based on what Lanny provides for us, so it's going to be prescribed. We don't even have to think about it. We just have to execute. And so now that's what we're getting ready to do. We're going to get started.
Okay, so before we start working out, we always make sure we're warmed up. So we're just going to go over a couple things real quick. And the purpose of the warm-up is just to get the blood pumping a little bit and get our muscles loose and ready. We're actually going to save static stretching for the end.
Okay.
Right, because we want to make sure that we're good and loose and warm before we actually start stretching our muscles. So for the warm-up, you can do anything to get the heart pumping. So you can, if you are comfortable running outside, you can do that. If you have a treadmill at home, if you have an exercise bike. But what we're going to show is a jump rope. Grab a jump rope and just jump rope for about a minute. So if you watch Ari, it's really simple. Spin the rope, jump over it. And for some of you, jump rope can be a little tricky. So if you're not comfortable jumping rope, you can actually put your rope down and you can just jump in place. Get the same benefit and the same warm-up.
Jumping in place or running outside, something just to get us,
just
get our old engines going.
Exactly right.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, our fired up engines going.
Right, okay. So the workout, some of the things we're gonna show, we're gonna try to incorporate some conditioning movements, and we're also going to show some weighted movements. Okay, so we're going to start with a conditioning movement, box jumps or box step-ups. And if you don't have boxes like these at home, you can use steps at home. You can use a toy chest, something sturdy that you're not going to break by jumping on it. Something that can hold your weight if you have steps outside, or maybe some tree timbers or whatever you got at home that you can jump on and be confident that it's not going to fall out from under you. So if you watch Ari, she's going to show us some box jumps first. So any height that you're comfortable with, what you're going to do is you're going to start with your feet, 2 feet planted on the floor, and you're going to jump landing softly. Try not to stomp on the object you're jumping on, and then step off safely. Okay? So if you have pre-existing injuries like knee injuries or hips or something where impact is not good for you, you can do step-ups. So just step up onto the object, and you get the same benefit. So I know something, Marla, you were asking about is pull-ups, okay? So many people, I would say 99.9% of the people, when they first come in our gym, regardless of their age, are not quite to the point of doing unassisted pull-ups yet. And that's okay, that's perfectly normal. It's a really hard skill-based and strength exercise. If you have a pull-up bar at home, it's a great way to work on upper body strength. So if you watch Ari, we're just gonna go over some things that you can do at home as a scaled or an easy way to start building the strength to do a pull-up. So what she's gonna do, she's gonna have a bar over her head, and all she's gonna do is she's gonna jump and use her arms to get her chin above the bar, right? And what you can do if you want to build a little more strength is after you jump, try to lower yourself slowly. That's gonna work on more upper body strength.
Okay.
But again, you don't have to be king of pull-ups and super proficient at pull-ups. You can just jump, right?
Like me.
We're gonna see you show off later, I know.
Yeah.
Right.
Later.
What else can we talk about? All right, so we're going on to some weighted exercises now.
Okay.
So we're going to talk about some kettlebell movements. Kettlebells are things you can pick up, and this is a kettlebell right there. You can get kettlebells at Dick's Sporting Goods. You can get them at Play It Again Sports. They're super convenient. You can do a lot of stuff with them, and they're really not that much money. And they're really kind of easy to use, and you can do a lot of things with them. So one thing we're going to show is kettlebell swings. Kettlebell swings, it's good for your basically whole body, upper body, core, and your legs. So it's very much like it sounds. You're going to swing the kettlebell between your legs and then all the way over your head. So use your hips to get the kettlebell moving and then control it over your head. So it's all the way overhead. Biceps should be covering your ears.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
all the way up.
And what you're noticing is that she's not bending over. This is not a lower back exercise. That's not what you want to do. That will hurt your back. So if you notice, the kettlebell is never going below her knees. So think safety. This is not lower back. This is not about hurting yourself. So keep your chest up, keep the kettlebell above your knees, and never use your lower back.
That's good information, you know, because that lower back is always something that I hear people talk about, including myself, that if we don't take precautions for it. So thank you for bringing that out. So do that one more time for me, Ari. So no bending of the back, just straight up. That's perfect, because I have a couple at home and I don't want to hurt myself, so I've not used it. So now, you know, with proper technique, we can do this, you know, for upper body, lower body, and core. Okay.
And another little tip for kettlebells, if you don't have one, don't want to spend the money on one, think about anything that has a single handle on it, like a jug of detergent.
Okay.
All kinds of things you can use for kettlebells. So another thing you can do with kettlebells, you can just do squats. And if you think about it, squats, you're never too old to do squats. You know, we always are going to need our legs to get off a chair, to stand up. I mean, that's essentially squatting. So hold the kettlebell close to your chest. You never want it far away from you to protect your lower back. So at your chest, and squat as low as your mobility will allow you, keeping your heels on the floor.
Gotcha.
Right? You never want to come up on your toes. And if you don't get that deep, because your hips or knees might be tight, that's okay.
That's okay.
Just keep your chest up. Don't, if you can show them, like, don't fold forward, like not that. You want to keep your chest up and let your legs squat as low as your mobility allows. Never force it. You know, after you do a few reps, you're going to get looser and you're going to be able to maybe squat a little bit deeper, or certainly after you work out for longer, your joints will become more loose and more mobile. But never force the issue and make yourself go too deep. But you do want to keep your heels on the floor. So
it's not the low part, it's the just moving your body as far down as you can go. Okay.
And never force it.
And never force it.
All right, so we're gonna go on to dumbbells. Again, you can pick these up at any sporting goods stores, Play It Again Sports. For dumbbells, we also tell people at home when we did our virtual workouts over the summer, cans, canned items you might have in your pantry, bricks, right? So anything that's weighted, equally weighted is important. You don't want to have two different weights in each hand. So something we're going to show is shoulder presses. So this is upper body. So dumbbells should stay at your shoulder. You never want to drop them down. Keep them up high, and you're going to press overhead. So what she's doing now is a strict press, and this is all arms, right? If you want to incorporate a little bit of lower body, you can use your legs a bit, so bend, and that's using the power of your legs to get the dumbbells moving off your shoulders and overhead. Legs.
Is that a thrust?
So something that we're going to talk about in a moment next, as a matter of fact, is a thruster. That way we can incorporate the squats we talked about with the kettlebells and the upper body. So a thruster is you're going to do a squat like you do with kettlebells and then press overhead. So this is lower body, this is full body. Lower body, upper body, core, because what you notice, she's keeping her chest upright, and to do that you have to engage and tighten your stomach muscles and your core. So it's lower body, it's core, it's upper body. And if you do enough of them fast enough, it's for sure cardio too.
Nice. So that's a trifecta.
Right.
All right.
And then the last thing we'll talk about is some abs, right? Because everyone.
Good old abs.
We're going to just show a couple things because there's a billion things you can do with your abs. But the easiest thing is sit-ups. And so what we like to talk about here for sit-ups, and a lot of people don't think about, is range of motion in your sit-ups. So that's why in here we tell people to sit with your feet together and your legs butterflied, because when you do a sit-up, full range of motion is hands behind your head, shoulders touch, and if you notice, her shoulders come up past her hips, right? So that's why we have her legs butterflied, because it allows you to reach further to get full range of motion. So it's more than just a crunch.
Ab?
Correct. So it's more than just a crunch. You're getting your entire body up and your shoulders past your hips. What else can we show? We can show some single leg V-ups. So reach behind your head and you're just going to reach for your toes, one leg at a time. You can do this with both legs up together like that, but that puts a little more pressure on your lower back.
Okay.
So I typically recommend one leg at a time. It's a little bit more stable.
Okay.
Take some pressure off your back.
And that's more of an advanced move, could it be? Or do you do that and just as high up as you can come until you
Yeah,
can
if you
go
can't get your toe,
up?
it's just get one leg up and sort of kind of reach with your opposite hand to your opposite toe as high as you're able. Bending your knees is a great alternative.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. That, because I didn't know if it was something, you know, we might do after we get our core really, really strong. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And you know, when I talked about full range of motion, getting your your shoulders to your hips, you know, if you're limited by mobility or if your core is not quite strong enough yet, it's not a requirement. If you can just do crunches, that's still something.
Gotcha. Okay. And then one question that I have is, what is the benefit of working with weights or without weights? Is there one?
You know, I would say no matter how old you are, building strength is a good thing. So adding some weight is going to build strength. You can still do a lot of good work with just your body weight because our bodies do weigh something, of course, right?
Yeah.
So even if you're squatting, like when Ari did her squats with her kettlebell, your body still weighs something, right? So if you're doing body weight squats, that's still a weighted movement.
Gotcha.
Right?
Okay.
But as you get more proficient, as you get stronger, you can always add more. Building strength, it strengthens your bones, it strengthens your joints, it strengthens your muscles. So I would say you're never too old to try to incorporate a little bit of weight. I mean, you never want to go past what your body can accommodate and handle. But getting stronger is never a bad thing.
Absolutely. Nice point. That's actually why we're here. We want to be able to grow older gracefully and then grow older through strength and being able to, like you said, we have to get up out of a chair. So no matter what age you are, you want to build your strength. So I think you have a wonderful workout for me.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so for Marla and Felicia, we've put together this sample workout that they're gonna run through. So what I've done here is I've taken some of the things that we talked about previously and we've put them into a workout rather. And so what this workout looks like is 5 rounds and we've got 5 different movements. We're gonna do each movement for 10 reps and you're gonna try to do it as quickly as possible. So if you're kind of the competitive type, you can start a timer and see how long it takes you. And next time you do the workout, you can try to do it a little bit faster or maybe use a bit heavier weight, okay? So this workout, they're gonna warm up. So they're gonna jump rope for about a minute just to get the heart pumping like we talked about. And then the workout, 5 rounds. So they're gonna do 10 reps of box step-ups or box jumps, whichever they prefer. Then they're gonna do 10 kettlebell swings, which we showed previously. They're gonna do 10 squats holding their kettlebell. They're gonna do 10 dumbbell shoulder presses, either with strict arms or using their legs. And then they're gonna do 10 sit-ups. So they're gonna run through that list 5 times, as fast as they can do it.
So let me just say, this is the Half Centenarian workout. Ari showed us how to do it, and now myself and my fellow Half Centenarian, we're getting ready to go for it. No judgment. No judgment.
All right, so after your minute, the idea is not to rush right into your workout. It's to get warm. So if you need to take a break to catch your breath and maybe have a sip of water, but the idea of that warm up is just to get your heart pumping. You don't have to rush right into it, right? So once you feel warm, you've got your sip of water, you've caught your breath and you're ready to give the workout your all, then get going.
What's for sale, I might buy it all. Don't wanna put in work, now you just wanna ball. Got Louis bags with no money in them. Bigger the lie, the harder they fall. Fast route, for me it's always been a cash route. Bag route, spend some money, switch a piece of cash out. Always been a stand-up guy, never back down. Curry's on my team and got some pack-outs. Went from MIA to LA, on the run like I don't got an estate. Yeah, I went from LA to the A, on the run, you can tell where I stay. Counting all this paper I chase, no sleep, call me jet lag, baby. Counting all this paper I chase, no sleep, call me jet lag, baby. Savior of my city like I'm Luke Cage. This is real life, you're ballin' 2K. I was just a young count, loose change. Now I gotta come in 22 ways. 12-12s on me, no flu game. Same team, we the new wave. I told my baby come and get some. What's hers mine and she here to stay. I said, do you love me?
Good job. We did that. 5 rounds for time. Yes. Look at her, 50 1. About to have her birthday in a couple months.
Yes.
It's possible, you guys. It is so important to work out. Felicia was telling me that she's super competitive, so she has to kind of watch what she does because she won't overdo it.
Yeah.
And you look good doing it,
Thank
right?
you.
And you feel good doing
I
it.
feel good.
Yes.
Yes.
So it is about growing older gracefully, you guys. It's vanity at some point, clarity in others, growing older gracefully for the most part. So I definitely want to say I am out of breath. But once you finish, you have all of those endorphins going and you feel so good. Thank you, Felicia. Thank you, Laney. Thank you, Ari, for showing this wonderful workout to us and how we can work out at home. So helpful. And please, you guys, remember, we have to get up. You have to get out. You have to move your body. If you don't move it, you lose it. And mobility is super important. So thank you for tuning in. I look forward to seeing you soon. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube and subscribe and like and all of that great stuff because we have so much in store for you. We're here to support you as we grow older. It's not about just you, it's about me as well. I'm so appreciative of you guys. Can't wait for you to send me your names of people that are inspiring you because all of these wonderful people have inspired me. Thank you so much for your time. Be safe and I'll see you soon.